Well, it's Wednesday evening, and that must mean it's time for the press box. We are on episode 87 now. Brian Carson here with my co-host Kenny Varner. Kenny B, 87.
Wow. We are getting up there, getting close to that magical 100.
Yes, podcast and age. We're getting up
Yes.
there.
Feeling every bit of it.
How about it? Before we get started, just wanted to let everybody know, unfortunately, I will not be doing the Husky hotline this year. Just health-wise, I'm not there yet. I apologize. Maybe in the middle of the season, but right now in the fall, I can't. And but I will do wrestling. I don't give a shit if I have to crawl. I'll do wrestling this year. I won't miss it. But it might be my last for wrestling, too.
Oh, wow.
But just wanted to say that
Let's hope not.
real quick. And thank everybody who listened to the Husky hotline. I seriously don't know if they have a replacement. If Jeff Stevens is still going to do it, I don't know. But if he is, please listen. It promotes the high schools, the local kids, the coaches. It's a good thing.
It is.
But thank God we do this at home, so I don't need to quit this.
Awesome.
I can still run my mouth. All right. Before we get started with the sports, we had a guest, Gary Barger. Gary canceled on us again, but we're not mad. Gary had a officials meeting and couldn't get out of it, so we'll get him on some other time to talk about. Everybody knows him as a wrestling official, but most people don't know he also officiates football.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to come on and talk about some rule changes in football, things like that. We'll get him back on.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, next week.
He's also a commissioner for
Little League softball and baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so sir. You are right. I want just to let you know, we next week we will have Shane Bree on. It's already confirmed, Mifflin County football coach. We will talk about the new season, a lot of changes. The Huskies down to 5A, the realignment in the Keystone. It's going to be a different season, and he's going to be nice enough to come on and talk to us about that.
Also going to be kind of an end of an era, as Mitchell Field will be getting ready to close its gates for high school football.
Yes, the last season in Mitchell Field. The old ball field, we will be in the new one. And I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the new one. Do you remember?
Oh, boy. No, I don't offhand. I've seen it, but I know it's Kishbank Field. And, oh, gosh, this is terrible.
Yeah. Thank you for the like, Josh Snook. The care, Josh Yoder, a buddy of ours, a colleague. Before we get started with sports stuff, well, this is sports stuff. Before we get started with the our show, the Burnham Bulldogs, your special needs team, opened the season. Football, was this your first game?
Actually, our third.
Holy hell, I'm behind the times. You were playing our buddies from the Honorary Wrestling Federation.
Yes, really good game. It was, of course, like every year, it was quite the battle. And this year, we play them 3 times. So this one you can probably just X out because it was a 2020 tie. So, just like kissing your sister, it just didn't fit well with either team. So, but we'll get them back 2 more times before the season's out. So I want to thank you.
Me?
I got to give you a shout out. Since you weren't able to be there, Artie Mosh and Matt kind of let me know what they thought of the Fat Bastards.
What did they do?
No, at the end of the game, they put me in a headlock and surrounded me with Pit Chick and TRK, and they took a picture of me without my hat. which is something that's hardly ever done. And me in like a compromising headlock position. So yeah, they wanted me to send a message to you.
And Nosh did this.
Yep. So
All right, Nosh. I don't know if you're listening or not. You and Silks, you don't touch my partner. That's it. That's it. You're done. Even if you survive Neverfall, the fat bastards are coming to kick your ass. And that's it. It's over. You might as well start making up your wills. Get a will, kiss your family goodbye. It's over. We're coming. That's it. I don't threaten. I promise. So, the Olympics are over.
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
I thought the women
of the what were your thoughts of the woke Olympics?
Oh,
no, I'm not going to get political, but they were woke Olympics.
Yeah.
But what do you think overall of the games and stuff like that?
I like to. I mean, my wife talked me into watching some of it, and some of that was pretty interesting. I got to watch a lot of rugby, volleyball, handball.
There you go.
Water polo, and of course basketball. The basketball, that was pretty much as exciting as you can get for Olympic competition. You know, it's
I guess
not like '92 whenever the Dream Team was there.
Yeah, I guess that Steph Curry can shoot, huh?
I guess. Wow. Yeah, some of the, especially that last shot. It's like, how'd you shoot that? Wasn't even a full shot.
God, I know. Makes it look easy, and you know that's thousands of hours of practice.
Well, the funny thing is, I don't know if you remember watching the show Meatballs, the movie Meatballs.
Yeah.
How the heavyset guy got scared and shot the ball real quick, and it went in.
Yeah.
That's what Steph looked like.
Yeah, and it goes in though.
Like yeah. So.
Okay, here's the thing. I fell in love, and I told you this before, off air. I fell in love with handball. That is such a great, exciting sport. A lot of action.
Yeah.
And they even beat the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I wished handball would be more popular here. Like we'd have leagues and stuff, because I'd watch the damn thing.
It kind of reminds you of lacrosse, but without the sticks, right?
Yeah, I actually want to go find, if any network, sports network, broadcast handball. Because I know it's big in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with that. I watched, every game of handball. Almost.
Mm.
The finals, the Denmark men, oh my God. Did you see how good they were?
No.
Oh, man. They took Germany apart. And it was the Balkan states. Norway won the women's gold. Now, we're no good at it, but because the Olympics are in LA next time, we will automatically have handball teams.
Nice.
So that'll be fun to watch us get slaughtered. But, by these teams that, they were saying, Norway, it's their number one sport. Now, you'd think skiing or something like that, but the number one sport in Norway is handball. Wrestling. You knew I was going to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Really disappointed in the freestyle team. I posted this on Facebook. I thought it was going to be the best freestyle team we ever had. Instead, for the first time since 1968, we didn't win a gold.
Wow.
Spencer Lee got a silver, and Kyle Dake and Aaron Brooks got a bronze. Kyle Snyder, who was a two-time Olympic medalist, Zane Rutherford, and Mason Paris didn't get a medal at all.
Wow.
Very disappointed in our freestyle team. The women, great job. 2 gold, a silver, and a bronze. We had Sarah Hildebrandt and Amita Lohr win gold. Kennedy Blades got silver, and Helen Maroulis got bronze. Great matchups the women did. That Amita Lohr, oh my God, Kenny Varner. She's only 20.
Wow.
And she's only 20. And she's already in different age groups. Been a 7-time world champion.
Wow.
She's the world champion from last year, 2023, and became the youngest wrestler, male or female, to win a medal with the Olympics, a gold medal. She'll
definitely be back a couple times.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. She is good. She's going to rewrite our record book. The most World Olympic Championships combined is Adeline Gray won 6. World Championships or Olympic gold medals. And Allure's going to beat that. She's already got 2, and she's 20. We finished second to Japan. The women's freestyle in Japan are freaking awesome. It's amazing how good they are. You know, there's 6 weights in the Olympics. They won 4 gold medals, Japan.
Jeez.
United States won 2. So it was only us 2. On the men's side, here they are, a new superpower. Japan won the team title on the freestyle side, beating the U.S. and Iran. So we got a new power in wrestling. It's the Japanese.
That's wild.
Yeah. But yeah, the Olympics were pretty fun. You know, we won the most medals, obviously. I think we won the most gold, too. We tied China, right?
Yeah, tied. Yeah, we tied them with, 31?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And we won the most medals. So, nice job, America, as always.
And with those, back to the girls wrestling, you know, like when the girls soccer team won the medal, there was a big spike in girls soccer.
Oh, yeah.
With the new girls wrestling PIAA coming up through, what a perfect time for them to
oh, yeah. You're right. It's a perfect storm for this sport. Women's wrestling is just growing and growing and growing at every level. And it's good. It's good to see that. I wonder how many young girls are going to get their hair like that Trinity Rodman. The big, long, pink, what do you call them? Roll? Is it ponytail? Pigtails? What, ponytail? Yeah. You saw her, right? She has the pink ones.
Yeah.
They were dyed pink.
Yeah. I can't believe that's Dennis Rodman's daughter.
No way.
I believe so, yes.
Wow.
You need to talk about.
I did not know that. Heck. Well, it's in the bloodline then, athleticism. But I liked our team. Good, yeah. Her and Sophia Smith and Mallory. Mallory, help me. Sophia Smith, Trinity Rodman, Mallory. Those 3 were really, just amazing how they played during the Olympics. And our goalie, I can't remember her name. She hardly gave up anything. But yeah, they were fun. Now it's over. Now it's back to, we're coming up. Do you know next week is high school football?
That's insane.
The 23rd. For locally here in Mifflin County, they are on the road against Central Mountain, the Wildcats. Yep. The Wildcats, Mifflin County lost, but the Wildcats lost a ton. I was looking. They lost. They lost their starting quarterback, their 2 starting running backs, and they lost 5 of their 6 receivers to graduation. And they weren't that good to begin with.
Right, yeah.
So, Mifflin County a winner. We lost 2. Landon Eichhorn, all-time leading passer in Husky history. Deacon Schaefer, all-time leading rusher and touchdown scorer. And Parker Kearns. some good guys and other players. I'm forgetting right now, but they got Fletcher Wilson will be back. Chase Hartung, those two are fighting at quarterback. Landon Haig, that was a very good wide receiver last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of changes. Huskies down in 5A from 6A, and they completely rearranged the league. The two big boys, the bad boys, Bishop McDevitt and Cedar Cliff, are now in that loaded Commonwealth.
Wow, that should be a shootout from beginning to end.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Can you imagine when McDevitt and Harrisburg hit?
Mm-hmm.
And Harrisburg at State College with them stealing Sheffy?
Yeah. A lot of bulletin board material on that one.
Wait, Josh Snook. Thank you, Josh. Looking at the comments. Mm-hmm. The new athletic field is called Kishbank Field at Donald M. Chapman III Stadium. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I had forgotten the name. I knew it was Kishbank Field, but I forgot the at part. Mm-hmm. And I remember asking Johnny Panizza. I said, okay. I didn't mean to be ignorant. I said, why did they name it after him? And the guy gave $1 million. So when you give $1 million, you better put his damn name on the field. Unfortunately, he passed away, and he's not going to get to see the field, which sucks. But yeah, $1 million. Kick ass.
Wow, that's awesome.
Josh is here with the Yoder, the Chinese and Americans, 140. Yes, Brooks did get the bronze. Oh my God, did you see how he lost?
No.
I'll get back on wrestling for 1 minute. The guy that eventually became the world champion, I think it was Armenia or Bulgaria. Brooks is beating him. Goes in on a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's too low, so I mean the guy sprawling. Brooks stays there trying to make the time run out.
Mm-hmm.
Dude comes up through the crotch and throws him over, rolls him over. And in freestyle, all you got to do is roll, and it's 2 points.
Mm.
You don't have to hold him there. You get him to his back. There is no count. Even if he rolls back quickly, it's 2 points. And he rolled Brooks over and beat him 4-3 at the buzzer.
Oh, man.
Cost Brooks a gold medal because he would have won a gold medal. He would have. Yeah. It was heartbreaking. So, give me your thoughts coming into the season. I know I haven't done their preview yet. I'm going to interview Shane soon.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on Mifflin County this year with all these changes?
Boy, I think they still have the potential of making it to the postseason. They got a lot of tough teams on their schedule. I think it all would come down to how quick they come together as a team, and getting off to a good start against Central Mountain would probably be the most choice way of kicking off the season. They're going to have some struggles. They're going to, before they find out who they are. But I think when it comes down to it, we're looking probably, them heading to the postseason.
I think you got to go out. Really, you got to go out and kick Central Mountain's ass all over the field.
Yeah.
And because that's what everybody's expecting, that's what they're supposed to do. But how the first game is. There's always there's penalties.
Mm-hmm.
There's turnovers. There's mistakes because it's the first game. They do have a scrimmage coming up with this weekend with Juniata.
Mm-hmm.
But the rearranged conference, I have this in front of me, Mr. Barner.
Awesome.
Here's who they got in their league now: Waynesboro, Gettysburg, Hershey, Lower Dauphin, Mechanicsburg, Palmyra, Redland, Northern York, and Shippensburg. They're all 5A schools except Waynesboro 6A.
Mhm.
So that's the new realignment. Yeah, I think they can. Hell, they can do very well in the Keystone
Mhm.
now. I mean, let's be honest. We were not ready for to beat Cedar Cliff and Bishop McDevitt.
Right. No,
And now
not many teams are.
and
Or,
now they're out of the way.
Yep.
And
Little sigh of relief.
and they beat Central Mountain. I mean, it's crazy. First game of the season. Since it's a 10-team conference, there's only one non-conference game now. That's Central Mountain. The rest are conference games.
Wow.
So if they, with the school's policy of being 500 overall, 500 in your conference, or 500 against District 6, all they got to do is beat Central Mountain and they're in the playoffs.
Wow.
And besides that, there's only one other team in 5A, and that's Hollidaysburg.
Mm.
So we're going to have a situation where now every year in 6A, it's going to be State College and Altoona every year because they're the only teams. And in in the Keystone, in 5A, it's going to be Mifflin County and Hollidaysburg every year.
Kind of like it was last year for Greater Johnstown, Bellefonte, and Juniata.
And now Central Mountain's there.
Yeah. So
Juniata's in the capital. It stayed the same, I think. Halifax, Camp Hill, Susquehanna, Line Mountain, Newport, James Buchanan, Upper Dauphin, Steel High, and Juniata. You know the team in that league. It's Steel High.
Steel High, yeah, definitely.
And Juniata,
yeah.
but Steel High. But listen to the Commonwealth. Altoona. I'm going alphabetically. Okay. Altoona, Bishop McDevitt, Central Dauphin East, Central Dauphin, Chambersburg, Cumberland Valley, Harrisburg, State College, Carlisle, and Cedar Cliff.
Wow.
Just think about that.
I see a lot of game of the weeks on the Sports Network, that's for sure.
The only ones I wouldn't want to be, or no offense to them, Carlisle, CD East, and Altoona.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get crushed. The only time they're going to get wins is when they meet each other.
Mm-hmm.
That one looks like, even with all the tough teams, we don't know what State College is going to have, but we know he's been on our show. Matt Lintel's a great coach. Fantastic coach. He's got a great coaching staff. They get a ton of players every year. That league is between Harrisburg, State, and McDevitt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. You agree?
Oh, I definitely agree. Yes.
Because McDevitt, they lost Scott to Alabama. Are you talking about Mifflin County, Josh? Who's taking over at quarterback? I'm not keeping up on the comments.
Yeah,
if it's Mifflin County, it's going to be Fletcher Wilson or Chase Hardtongue. And they both got playing time last year. So, to me, the big key is who is going to be the running back.
Yeah.
Who is going to replace the all-time leading rusher and touchdown scorer in Mifflin County history? And that kid, man, Deacon Schaefer was a tough bastard. And I mean that nicely. He would just plow through you. Non-stop motor.
It took everything when he got hurt at the Altoona game in the playoffs a couple years back. It took everything and all the trainers to keep him from getting back into that game. He wanted to come back.
Absolutely.
So that just shows you the heart that kid had.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yes, I agree. He's a good kid. And he's the one. if you remember, Kenny. He had Willis. The Mifflin County Wrestling mascot was an old banana peel they called Willis.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have Willis. Wait, here we go. I don't know if he's still alive anymore. There he is. That dark thing on the sandbag is Willis. Look, they had to put like tape on him and those tie strips.
I bet that smelled real good.
Oh, yeah. They even took it down to Hershey. Because I don't know if I think I showed you. Deacon they snapped a picture of Deacon had it and they were on the bus going down and there was Willis. But, and then Parker, they lost some good leadership, good kids. Parker Kearns, Schaefer, Landon Eichhorn. I'm talking about for like leadership roles.
Right.
I think Deacon's at Lycoming, right?
I believe so, yes.
And Parker Kearns is at the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't remember where Landon Eichhorn is.
And I believe, didn't they also lose their kicker, Isaac Parks-Gill?
Yes. They got to do replacing. But, last year what was good, they had a young line that was growing, offensive line. And Shane is the kind of guy that will play his guys. A lot of kids got playing time who will be on varsity this year, so that helps. I've known some coaches who never played backups hardly. And then they had to try to get ready for the next season and they never played a game of varsity. But Shane's not like that. So we'll see, new conference, new classification. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it too, with Mifflin County too, is the knowing that this is the last season that they'll ever play in
Mitchell Field. The good old thing. It's held together like Willis is. But yeah, good old field. It's its last year. So I can't, people, but if I could, I would. Get out there for one last time on Mitchell Field. It is past its prime, but it was for a long time, it was a great field.
And at one time, they also used it for a track.
Yeah.
A track and field. So it's had a lot of uses there.
Now we'll switch gears. It'll go to cross country.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this, but Carter Smith, indoor 800 state champ and third outdoor, is decided to go out for cross country.
Nice.
He did not run cross country last year. So that is a good addition to the cross country team and new coach Alex Monroe.
Boy, a blast from the past with that name, huh?
Yes, I guess he can run,
I've heard of him.
Somebody said he could run. Yeah, Landon went to Juniata College. Thanks, Josh. He can run a little bit, I guess. All-American, Olympic trials. But yeah, going to be a little sad, though. I covered a lot of cross country. And Greg Lote, great guy.
Oh, class act. Yeah.
He devoted so much time and effort to those kids, but he felt it was time. Going to be missed, but if you're going to get a replacement, Alex Monroe is a damn good replacement.
Oh, most definitely.
And we've been okay at it. I mean, we've had girls that were good, guys that were good. Remember the McNair, Chase Phillips, oh my God, Braden, help me, Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Braden Harris. We've had on the girls' side, Cubison.
Yep, Kylie. Yeah.
We got a couple of guys coming back, and along with Carter Smith, could be a surprising team
Mhm.
in District 6. I mean, let's face it, we're not going to beat State College.
No, they have what, 200 people on the cross country team?
Yeah, and I mean it's just ridiculous. Last year at districts, they had 9 of the top 10 places,
Wow.
the runners, and only like what 5 or 6 counted scoring.
Mhm.
So, but they can compete.
Yeah.
It should be decent. Now, uh, one who is competing every year, they're one of the favorites is Juniata.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Miller, who's been on our show quite a bit. Amazing job.
Mhm.
I mean, you just go down the line at who he's had: Garrett Boblitz, Logan Strasser, uh, now Wyatt Stroop, Joey Baumberger. They're back. You know, we'll probably have some other good ones. And on the girls' side, Sylvia Brubaker, District 6 champion as a freshman.
Mhm.
Miller keeps it going. I mean, they got a power down there in District 6. Forget District 6, they got a power statewide.
Oh yeah. And they also have a good feeder system now up and running, so that's kind of scary.
Yeah. And I mean, Miller, God, he knows what you get him to talk about cross country and about running in general, and that, about how to run. It's like he knows so much. I think he was a Sprecher guy.
Yes, he was. Definitely, I can vouch for that.
And yeah, he's just really good and a great runner. Then he went and switched to bike and became a world-class cyclist.
There's nothing he can't do.
He told me one time, Kenny, that sometimes, and he got in trouble for it because I guess you're not allowed. He rode his bike to work, right?
Uh-huh.
So, okay, great. He rode his bike to work. So what? He worked in State College.
Holy crap.
So he took his bike from Lewistown up the Seven Mountains into State College.
Wow.
Even the thought of that made me tired.
Yeah. Either way he goes, either the back way or 322. Holy crap, the hill.
It's like shit. What kind of cardio do you have to do that?
Mm-hmm.
But he's done a heck of a job. And
Mm-hmm.
up where you are, we've been focusing on Mifflin County, but sorry for the listeners who aren't Mifflin County. You got a team, I don't care how many people they lost. Bald Eagle area still has Carson Nagel.
Yes.
And they will be something to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm.
Made it all the way state semis last year and hung right there with Southern Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Best team in Eagle history, man. No doubt.
It was fun watching them.
But if you want to talk about losing, my God, did they lose? Cale Burns, Eric Clark, the Watkins kid. They lost a ton, but I said, you got Carson Nagel.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? You're going to be okay.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So you cover up there more than I do. I know Penns Valley lost a ton. What do you think of some of the Center County football teams? Penns Valley could have some trouble with Ty Watson gone and Romig, the quarterback, gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be they'll be building back up, but playing in the Laurel Highlands division, it depends on how their schedule.
It's not easy though.
No, not at all.
You got Richland down there. You got Forest Hills.
And then you've got your old Mountain League teams in Bald Eagle and Bellefonte and
Clearfield.
And Phillipsburg came on last year at the end
the
of
Mounties. Vroman back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he lasts the season. He yells so much.
But I'm telling you right now, I think there's going to be a sleeper team that's going to really surprise some people. I think that's Bellefonte. They have a lot of returners from last season. I know last season this didn't start out too well, but they ended up winning like 2 of their last 3, and then was able to play against Juniata in the District 6 championship, and they didn't do too bad, for what Juniata had and what they had to start the season. So they could actually do quite a bit this year. They got Shannon Manning as the defensive coordinator. He was their old head coach.
Yeah.
He actually coached for Central Mountain there a couple years, and now is back on the sidelines for Bellefonte. So they've got a lot of experienced coaches coming aboard this past season, and that's a team that you keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
And even without Sheffy, who transferred to Harrisburg, State College should still be decent.
They're a machine. You can put anybody, I mean, under a Lintel system, and they're gonna excel. That he has shown year in and year out the quality coach and coaching staff that team has, and I don't see any of it slowing down anytime soon.
The other one that'll still be good is Juniata. Kurt Kondo took over for Klingensmith, and they didn't miss a beat. They've won 4 straight district titles. State playoff wins. Should be decent again this year. In the capital, Mid-Penn Capital. They'll have some trouble with Steel High and Upper Dauphin. But they're a good football team. And they'll be up there too. So
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Say, Juniata has a kid named Sheps. Still coming.
He's kind of good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a little good. Yeah, and I think Aaron Zeller's back at quarterback as well.
Yeah.
So you got that, and you got a committee of young running backs. You only lost Seth Law mainly last year, so here again, don't be surprised if they're in the championship game once again at the 3A level.
Yeah, Sheps is a beast. And he's good at a bunch of sports, not just football.
Right.
So we're going to have, I think we'll have decent football around the area this year. I don't see, though, with what they've lost, I don't see anybody doing what Bald Eagle did last year in the area, though.
No.
I mean, they were the ones that gave Southern Columbia the closest fight. They were in that game right to the end. And, we've had the is it Josh Nagel? The coach. Jesse Nagel.
Yeah.
God, I'm getting senile. On the show a couple of times. Really good guy. Knows his football. He has to deal with Doug Dyke every day, though. That would be.
Hey, speaking of Doug Dyke, had a calendar made. He had a calendar out that he was selling to raise money for the school.
That guy is so dedicated to Bald Eagle sports.
It's awesome.
I mean, you got to give him credit. I mean, he loves Bald Eagle. I mean, I know he went there, but he loves Bald Eagle area and Bald Eagle area sports.
And he is so
we need more ADs like that. Yeah, he is good with the kids. And he's intelligent, and we need more ADs like that. I think we got a good one in Tish McClay.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I really do.
She has done so much for that school in just a little time that she's been there. Wow, she's been there, since the inception?
Yeah, and Lepley is coming in a couple of years ago as our assistant, has done a heck of a job, too.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, we're fortunate in that. But, Doug, we got to get Doug on again here. He was on. He had some good stuff with the wrestling, the private and public schools when he was on for us. And we'll have to get him on again to talk Bald Eagle area. Any other I mean, we talked about football. We talked about cross country.
Mhm.
Any other sport, fall sport that is catching your eye? Could be Mifflin County, Juniata County, Center County. What other teams are catching your eye, Mister Hometown Sports?
Okay, I have a couple here. We'll start off with. I
Oh,
know we're
you
going to
were
get.
ready. You were
Oh,
ready.
I was ready because I've done some previews this last couple weeks, my friend. So
Yeah, I've done a
I
couple so far.
a team to watch out for in the cross country is Belfont boys and girls. Last season they had the best season ever. They went a perfect, I believe, 12-0 and finished second in the first year of the Laurel Highlands Conference. Sent their whole team to states.
Yeah, they. I'll just interrupt 1 second if you don't
Mhm.
mind.
Oh no, go ahead.
They were the ones that gave Juniata their biggest battle in Double A. I believe they were second in the boys
Mhm.
behind Juniata.
Yeah, yep.
I had sorry.
So no, that's okay. They've lost a couple of of their kids, but it's one of those where you reload. And I look for them to be quite the standout team as well. Both Bald Eagle and Belfont volleyball teams last year, both of them made the playoffs and have a lot of returning letter winners from there.
Nice. I could
Um,
ask you one thing quick.
okay, sure,
Since you brought that up, Phillipsburg was state champions.
right.
They lost a ton, didn't they?
Yes, and they lost their main cog of their empire there. Um, man, I'm drawing a blank on her name.
She
Uh,
was the one I knew you were talking about. She was
yeah,
their all-time leading scorer, and
yes, and she did everything for him. So, gosh,
that's okay. So we can expect maybe a little bit of a downtime for the Mounties.
yeah, because she's going to be a hard one to replace. Plus, a couple of the teammates that were her, were also very good players as well. So,
Well, that's cool. Okay, I threw you off track. Go back to your teams. You said Bald Eagle and Belfont volleyball.
yeah, they both had young teams last year, and they they have good coaches, and they have both teams have like a what do you want to call it, like a legacy.
Yeah,
They
well,
got a
yeah, Bald Eagle area has a nice tradition, and
mhm,
I think they've
tradition.
won a couple state titles.
Hmm.
I know they at least won one
And I
in
believe
volleyball.
they have a new coach this year, but I believe she's a former player
Oh,
for them.
okay.
So
Coming back home.
yeah, I believe it's a Giedrock.
Oh man, that is a definite Bald Eagle name.
Yeah. So
There was a Giedrock that wrestled. I'll have to find out if they're related because that's not a common name.
mm-mm.
Well, cool. Yeah, Josh stole my idea. What I was going to bring up, Mifflin County volleyball. Jenna Slepica, what a year! Took state first winning record in Husky history. First District 6 playoff appearance.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, she left. She is not the coach anymore.
Right.
At I think it's a Mary Kate or Mary. I'm sorry, Alston or Alton took over. We'll see if she can continue because they did lose some. I mean, they lost their all-time leading scorer, Dakota Harshberger.
Right.
Hirschberger. So we'll see. Hopefully they can keep up. It got enough girls out last year with their success to keep Mifflin County volleyball going.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. And before I forget, that was Reese Hazelton for PO.
Yeah, okay.
She was the big hitter. Now, for Mifflin County volleyball, the person they brought in is very experienced, coming from over this way. She's already done things to start the bonding process. They've brought Penn State women's volleyball players over for clinics. So they're prepping these girls, and I look for good things from these girls as well. From what I understand, I have a few friends that know her, and everywhere she goes, they do nothing but win. So,
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, so I think that was a good pickup.
Yeah, you would hope that, but then again, it's really weird the way things go. I thought the 1 year in wrestling, we won districts, won regionals, finished third in the state. I thought, man, that is so cool. We're going to get so many kids come out.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't happen.
Mm.
There was like 25 or 26 for varsity, which is okay, but
right,
you would think that what the volleyball did, more girls would want to play.
Yeah, and get them excited about coming out.
Right on.
Yeah,
I think so. And but yeah, it's not like nothing's left in the cupboard. Riley Hine, great player.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably going to be. She's a senior. She's probably going to be one of the captains because she was last year. Mm-hmm. She's there leading the way. So it's not like they lost everybody.
Right.
They lost Grace Paez Davoli, I think. She was a good one, and Hirschberger. But like Riley is back, and Kylie Cayley, she's a freshman. If it's any relation to Kyle Cayley, she's going to be good. You know how he was, football player, and wrestler. So yeah, it's Maggie McMullen. We're going to be all right, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So go ahead.
Oh, back up
more
back up
teams.
North?
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay. I think trying to think of all the different teams because this is like the busiest time of the year. Team wise.
Seven or eight sports.
Oh yeah, okay. Bellefonte boys and girls soccer, they're always up there, and I look for them to have good years as well as I think that they've got experienced coaches on both sides, boys and girls, and the same goes for the Bald Eagle boys and girls soccer teams. So I look for good things from them, and I look for good things from the Penns Valley girls. They got a coach that's put them in the postseason the last couple years. The boys, I believe they'll have an okay year, but and might make the postseason. But I really like the Penns Valley girls team this year as well. So other than that, I don't see any team up here other than the ones I mentioned. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully there's always that one sleeper that comes out and makes some noise, but it's kind of hard to tell at the beginning of the season, but that's the ones that I think will do well.
In what sport, Josh? He says, how do you think the TBL will be this year? All sports or a particular sport? If you could answer that.
Yeah, Juniata girls soccer will be good. I think they'll be better than last year. Jared Byler always has his Juniata boys teams raring to go. They started out terrible last year and ended up with a 9-1 record and lost 1-0 in the District 6 opener. So,
well, I know he wants all. I said all sports. I know TBL field hockey is always good. You got Greenwood, Newport, and Upper Dauphin, who are always powerhouses for the most part. So you don't have to worry about field hockey. Soccer's okay. They don't have football anymore. That became part of the Capitol, the Mid-Penn Capitol. Soccer's okay.
Yeah. I think East Juniata boys soccer will do well again.
Always. That's a tradition. But soccer will be decent. Field hockey decent. Honestly, the rest of them probably not good.
Hmm.
It's the TVL. I
Right.
know what somebody from the TVL is listening going to go, I hate you.
Well, Juniata volleyball should do well this year.
Oh, yeah.
They got a lot of
Because,
returners.
but I mean, overall, it's like, okay, look, and I know I'm going to piss people off. Look at TVL basketball. Okay.
Mhm.
You got teams, boys, girls still have great records, get to the District 6 playoffs or District 3 playoffs, whichever they're in, and get their asses kicked. Badly. It's not good. Basketball in the TVL isn't good. I'm sorry. It isn't.
Right.
It depends on the sport, like any league. But yeah, they should be decent. Like, I mean, the mains in the fall is soccer and the field hockey. Field hockey, hell. Newport's been, Greenwood's won a state title.
Oh.
Upper Dauphins been, I think, near the state finals. Newport was in the state finals. So
quick on-air question for you: Are we going to continue our annual predictions for the local football teams?
you're damn right. We got to have people pissed off at us.
We'll be starting that up. Good.
And we got the new college football realignment and play. A lot of changes in college football.
Mm-hmm.
These damn super conferences now. What is it, like 16 teams in the Big Ten?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're college graduates, and they're calling it the Big Ten, and there's 16 teams. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
With that.
Well, hey, look, you got Stanford and California in the ACC.
Yeah.
And SMU. I mean, come on. It's like, the hell with geography. Big Ten. I saw the preseason rankings. Penn State's number 8 in the AP.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are 9 in the coaches poll. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. I know Ohio State and Oregon are definitely the favorites in the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. There's no freaking doubt about it.
And Michigan so ripped up.
Yeah. Not only with all the graduation, but now here comes more penalties coming down on them. It is a joke, though. The penalties now are a joke. When you got kids NIL and transfer and all that shit, there's no rules anymore.
No.
There's no rules.
And I think I don't know about what you think, but I think the NCAA is just trying to show them that they're still in charge, and they're not. They're not anymore.
No. It's become big business. Yeah, Penn State defense will be all right. Abdul Carter is a first rounder. I'm sure of that. A couple other guys. Franklin will. It happens every year. I don't think he plays Michigan, but he will not beat Ohio State. No. I don't think he plays Oregon, but he won't beat them if they get into the championship. Mm-hmm. I told you my pick. My pick's Ohio State for the national title. They are just freaking loaded. And remember when I told you that all they needed was like Will Howard, who came from Kansas State, who was good at Kansas State, good quarterback, to adapt to the Big Ten. And I guess in preseason, he's been off the charts.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're loaded. If Ryan Day doesn't do it this year, he never will. Mm-hmm. This is the team. I know they got Singleton. Penn State does. Decent line, running backs. Julian Fleming came from Ohio State. I am still, and I was that way last year, I'm not a big guy on Drew Allar. I don't think he's that excellent of a quarterback like everybody thinks he does. Mm-hmm. Last year was the short out passes and shit like that. You know?
Mm-hmm. And here again, they have him on the Heisman watch.
I know.
What?
They did last year too, and it was like, why?
Right. Let him earn it first. I mean, I'm a Penn State fan, yeah, but I'm also a realist, and
I'll,
you got to earn it.
I'll tell you who I'm most interested to see.
Who's that?
Alabama.
Mm.
Alabama. And without Saban now.
Mm-hmm.
They had some kids defect, like Josh Downs, the All-American corner, is at Ohio State, like they needed anybody else.
Exactly.
But not many left, and DeBoer did it. You know what he did in Washington, and he did a great job recruiting this year. I think their class was second or third ranked by 24/7. I am interested, lovely interested in Alabama and how they perform. Because remember, you got a powerhouse Texas squad in the SEC now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget the lovely Georgia Bulldogs
Mm-hmm.
with Carson Beck. Yeah, well, he fits it in one respect. I think it was Neil Rudell from the Altoona Mirror did an article saying that the Penn State coaches want him to be more mobile. So I don't know if he can do that.
So with them saying that, does that mean that Lions isn't going to be as good? That they want him to be more mobile?
Well, what was his name? Fashanu? Is that how you said it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big loss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you are. So no, it's not going to be as good. Riley Leonard from Duke will be okay, but once again, Kevin Kodish, I hope you're not listening. I said this last year, and I'll say it again this year. It is only the frickin' name. They are the most overrated team in college football, once again. Should not be ranked 7th. Not even close to 7th. No way. Goodbye, Fighting Irish. As soon as you get to some tough parts in your schedule, you're done. This is the same thing if you remember last year, Kenny, when they had Hartman at quarterback. Top 10, and it's like they're not top 10. And they weren't top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leonard is a better quarterback than Sam Hartman, but still doesn't mean that, no. I agree with the polls for once. I think your top teams are Georgia, Ohio State, not in any order, but I like Ohio State. Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Texas. And Oregon. There you go. Everybody else is okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're the top of the pile. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I think they're placing a Penn State at 8 is probably where they're going to hover around for the rest of the season.
Here's what will happen, Penn State fans, and you can get mad at me. You'll have a decent season because the Big Ten is top heavy. There's like 3 or 4 really good teams, and then everybody else sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have a good season. You'll make the playoffs. The minute you get into the playoffs, you get your ass kicked. Goodbye. And then we talk about it. Next year will be our year. Franklin will do it next year. No. I'm not even looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it for the fun of college football season, but my Bruins going into the Big Ten is a disaster. We're going to get destroyed. We were starting to not even be competitive in the Pac-12. How the hell do you expect to be competitive with the smash mouth football they play in the Big Ten? The thing that'll kill me is if Penn State blows us out. because then I have to live with it here.
We're not going to do a show if that happens the week after, right?
I'll be so angry, but I'll be over it. Penn State could finish in the top 10. I think they probably will, but they're not a national championship caliber team.
No.
Yes, I do. I'm telling you, last year they surprised people. If the Rams stay healthy, they are a contender. They are a contender for the whole thing. They've got a receiving core of Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, DeMarcus Robinson, and did you see the rookie Jordan Whittington against the Cowboys in preseason? Looks like another steal, sixth rounder. They spent millions on the offensive line and our defense. I'm telling you, the Jared Verse and Braden Fisk, those two draft picks, they are going to be animals, beasts. We improved the secondary. The Rams are contenders. And Matthew Stafford, the most underrated quarterback in the NFL. How is this guy not getting attention? And every time you mention Hall of Fame, people go, nah, not really. Okay, let's see. He's 11th all-time in passing yards. He's won a Super Bowl when he finally got with a good team. And the two best receiving seasons in NFL history are Cooper Kupp and Calvin Johnson of Detroit. Who was their quarterback?
Yeah, exactly.
Stafford. He is one of the best all time. And think about it. How many quarterbacks in the NFC have won a Super Bowl? Now that Brady's retired. And Rodgers is over in the AFC.
Well, hopefully he stays healthy and you don't have to go to Stetson Bennett. What, 4 interceptions?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
my God. That was terrible. I honest to God think I could do better in my wheelchair. Going back to pass. Those passes, they weren't like tip balls and things like that. They were just bad. It's like, he threw it. The last interception was right to the Cowboy. Completely missed him underneath. It's like, where the hell is that ball? He is not ready. And what bugs me is Garoppolo's a good backup, but he is suspended for the first 2 games because of PEDs. We got to pray to God Stafford stays upright. Or we may have to go out and get somebody else. I didn't forget Kobe Turner, man. I didn't forget Kobe Turner. Should have been Defensive Rookie of the Year. Tied Aaron Donald for the rookie sack record. How, honestly, not that he didn't do good, how did C.J. Stroud beat Puka Nacua for Rookie of the Year?
I guess for what
when Nacua set every fucking, excuse me, people, I didn't want to say the F word. Shit's okay, but not that. Puka Nacua set every rookie receiving record last year in the NFL, and he doesn't win Rookie of the Year. C.J. Stroud had a good year. He didn't set any damn records.
Well, there's 2 reasons why. The first reason
he's a quarterback.
He's a quarterback, exactly. The second reason is he played for a team that the year before was a total train wreck. And, they didn't expect him to even get to the playoffs or even probably get 500.
Well, there's the thing. Yeah. Our team was too. They were 5-12 the year before. And then went 10-7 last year and made the playoffs. And Nacua was a stud.
Oh, I agree.
Sorry. I won't say any more F-bombs. I'm sorry. Shit's okay. F-bombs aren't. Yeah, they definitely need to find a quarterback in the future because Stafford at the most has probably got 2 years.
Yeah,
3 years. 2 or 3 years. The Texans, yeah, I'm not saying he isn't good. My God, I'm not. I'll tell you, aren't their expectations high with who they have? They already had Tank Dell And those guys last year, now they get Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon.
Yeah, they're going for it right now.
Wow. And then they had Will Anderson last year on defense. Yeah, the Texans are legit.
I bet you're loving what's going on in San Francisco right now.
I love every minute of it. Every minute of it. Every minute of it. And I hope they dump Ayuk off to Pittsburgh. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I want him out of there. Ayuk's damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Damn good. I can't believe San Francisco wouldn't even negotiate a contract with him or try to. I guess they are now, but my God. I want him out of our division. Get him over in the AFC. You Steelers could have him, Kenny. Yeah, that'd be a nice pickup.
Oh, that would be, yeah.
So one thing about the Steelers, man, Justin Fields had a pretty shitty day.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think, it's going to be Russell Wilson when he gets healthy, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Russell Wilson to me looks like an old 37.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Fields is showing a lot of what he did for Chicago. He just when you think he's gonna come out of it and break out of it, he'll have games like where he fumbles away at crucial times. Isn't good at picking up the second and third receivers.
Yeah, I mean, he has a world of athletic talent, but he just he makes dumb decisions.
Mm-hmm. He's a definite improvement over Kenny Pickett. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, but I don't know why you guys got rid of Mason Rudolph.
Well, yeah.
No, I'd have kept him as the backup. I wouldn't have got Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're paying more for Justin Fields than they are for the actual
Wilson.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett in Philly?
Mm-hmm.
Josh asks, how do I think Kenny Pickett will do in Philly? I think he'll do a fantastic job holding the clipboard and giving water to Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett had his chance and just didn't show anything.
Yeah, you play that bad and then you're arrogant enough to get mad because you got benched. Right. What? Mm-hmm. What? Let's face it. Even with all these quarterbacks, as good as they are, there's only one quarterback that deserves to brag. Mahomes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He goes and does it. 3 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. But yeah,
and that was with a weak team even. So
yeah, last year, who really thought honestly the Kansas City Chiefs were going to win it? As like uneven as they were in the regular season. I heard a delay through my headphones. That pissed me off. But hey, yeah. So, wow, we're over an hour.
Dang.
That went by quick.
We sure did.
All right, you did some shout outs there. Do you have any more?
Actually, just one.
Wait, you know what we got to do?
Mm-hmm.
Got to get the music. One of these times in this show, I'm going to play the whole damn song. Time to get mellow. Here's the shout outs. Kenny Varner, go for it.
All right. Here's one thing we didn't talk about, but a shout out to St. Joseph Catholic golf team. Won the first Tri-Valley meet with a score of 324. East Juniata was third with a 417. And another special shout out to St. Joseph's Maddie Koshko, who finished with a 68.
Good
So,
job.
yep. And right now, that's all I have for shout outs, but expect more here in the near future.
Oh, yeah. High school is upon us. Like you
Mhm.
said, golf has already started next week. Hard to believe. High
Mhm.
school football, week 0, they call it.
Mhm.
We'll get the schedule up. We'll predict Mifflin County. For us locals here in Mifflin County, they are on the road against Central Mountain. Game time, obviously, 7 o'clock. If you're not going to be there, I think the Record online at Lock Haven is streaming it, and
Mhm.
Jeff Stevens and Tim Matthews, Big Louie, are going to be broadcasting on the air. So,
And if not, check it out on my hometown sports scene, the story, as well as the Lock Haven
oh
Express
yes,
and the Lewistown Sentinel.
yes, believe it or not, if it's streamed, I told him if it's streamed, I will cover it for the Sentinel.
Okay.
But if it's not streamed, I can't. So,
Yeah.
Record online usually does it, but I don't know. You never know.
Yeah. They usually do a great job. Tom Elling and the crew.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for it, though. Thank you, Josh. You have a good night, too. Yeah.
See you, Josh.
I don't know. I'm just, who knows? I'll give it a shot. Whatever. But yeah, so here comes high school football. Next week, we have Shane Bree on of the Huskies, head coach. He will be on talking about his team and what he feels about them in 2024. And so that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. For Kenny Varner, I'm Brian Carson. Thank you for listening, everybody, and have a great rest of your week and an even better weekend. See you later.
Good night, everybody.